Hello everyone. Today I want to make two responses to flat earth tests, Brian Lickey. And this is the first one. I really feel optimistic whenever I see a flat earther holding a globe model, because this is the first step to find the truth only if they are patient enough not to jump to conclusion once they see something that doesn't seem to work.
Okay, I'm gonna try this one more time. This is for my faithful trolls. This video is about the sunrise in Australia coming in from the southeast. Now let me make this crystal clear. I understand in reality we get a southeast sunrise in Australia, especially during the summer, which is how I have the globe lined up now. I also realize in SunCalc and other apps we see the sun coming in from the southeast. I'm not arguing against reality. I'm pointing out it does not work on a globe. Now, I drew four right angles right here by the mid-northern tip of the coast of Australia to point this out. Now, please pay careful attention. This is not complicated. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to level out the globe with the equator. Okay? Now, you see all the lines of latitude are all parallel with the equator. They're all parallel with the equator. So then you're going to talk about the.
Well, the lines of latitude are always parallel to the equator. We don't have to change the Earth's orientation in order to get that. But I think what he's referring to is that they are parallel with the horizontal plane in his garage or whatever, and that plane is what's going to have the sun in it.
A tilt. Okay? Now, let me explain that. Okay? When you tilt the Earth here 23.4 degrees, you tilt east with it. You see? There's the equator. There's east is also tilting down. The globe is never going to drop lower than this right here, ever. This analemma represents where we view the sun in the sky. So I realize it's on the surface on your globe, but it never goes north of Cancer. You'll never see it up here on any model, or south of Capricorn. Never goes down here. It's always in between the tropics and the ecliptic. That's where we see the sun in the sky.
Until this point and watching on the video, I couldn't get exactly what's his objection, but it seems like he's looking at that parallel line that you can see from Australia to the equator. That's the ecliptic plane, and he seems to be thinking that this should be the sunrise angle. Well, I'm not sure. Just go and watch the video. I'll leave the link. But anyway, I'll show you the correct thing, what's going on exactly on the globe. So what I'm going to do is to put the subsolar point for some day in the summer. From this point, I'm going to make a circle of light. That's half a sphere, right? So I select a circle, and from here I make my circle. The distance from that point to where I'm pointing now is the radius, but that radius is curved, so that's really not a radius of the circle, but it's a part of the Earth's circumference. So what I want is 10,000 kilometer of radius. This is the terminator line, or this is the terminator line for the whole Earth when the sun is at this point. All this is day and all this is night. Now from the subsolar point, I'm going to take a line, and we go to Australia. Well, what do you know? That line is southeast, and if you go north, it will still be southeast, and it's vertical on the terminator line. And if you go here near the Arctic Circle, it's almost south, right? So the sun barely rises and then sets again at this point. And if we go here, well, the sun never sets. It's always within this circle. So that's the first thing I wanted to show. Uh, Now let's go to the second thing, the other video.
But whatever's that from the NASA website, that is apod.nasa.gov/apod. And today's picture for June the 9th of 2020, well, it is titled Orion over Argentine Mountains. So what do we see here? Well, we are looking at the constellation of Orion up in the sky.
I'm going to prove that the Globers do not understand the heavens like they think they do. I've touched on this in the past, but I've got thorough supporting evidence. Now, in my opinion, this is the #1 globe killer, which is ironic because the Globers treat stars as one of the top globe proofs. But
Yes.
to bring everybody up to speed, this is about Orion, which is a constellation at the equator. It's directly over the equator and it spans north and south of the equator.
Over the equator, not over the Tropic of Cancer during summer.
Now, the reason I picked a constellation directly on the equator, if you look at the model on screen, I know it's not to scale, but if we say that summertime, Orion is opposite the Earth behind the sun. So
Not behind the sun. This is the reality of the situation. Here, the sun is perpendicular on the Tropic of Cancer. Orion is perpendicular on the on the equator. So we have this yellow patch here is daylight. This gray patch here is not seeing Orion. And whatever, not this or that, can see Orion without seeing the sun or without having a daylight. And as you see here, I was lucky enough to have this picture. This is Argentina. So, yeah, that's it. The globe is working fine and the stars belong to the globe. So thank you all for watching until now. I hope this was brief enough. I try not to be lengthy. So, see you in the next one. Now here's the bonus. Figuring out day length at any latitude for any given date. Now that we have this circle originated from this position of the subsolar point. So this is the winter for the northern hemisphere. So you pick any latitude. Let's say this latitude. This is what's this latitude? It's 40. Okay, so latitude 40. This is here sunrise, 10 degrees, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, almost 140 degrees. Now we divide that by 15 degrees, and that would be the day length in hours. And if you go to the south, well, let's say here, this latitude is completely in the circle of light, so it's 24 hours. Now how about this latitude? This is from here to here. This is 10 degrees, 20, 30, 40. So 40 divide 15, that's a little bit less than 3 hours of night, and the rest is day. This is the day or the light circle. So that's it.